What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to part number 21 of our original Forza Motorsport Let's Play. Let's get into the racing, and before we get started, let me apologize in advance if I sound a little weird. I'm still getting over a cold, so I'm going to try my best not to cough or just be annoying into the mic at all. So, just so you guys know, that's what's going on here, but we are in the, what is this called again? This is called the Professional Series. And we're going to take on today the Low Power Open. So let's see what we have to choose from here. We're already in a car, okay. But we need to see who we're going up against here. Yeah, this isn't going to work. So we need to get into like a B1. At least a B1. Restrictions, not our class, and less than 300 horse. Okay. If we have any, do we have any? We do. Okay, here we go. But this is definitely going to be, it's only 286. We could reuse this. Not that. Could use this. I think we're gonna jump into this Toyota. Can't do a whole lot with power, so let's get that out of the way right now. That would put it over right away. Can't do it. 287. I like it. 309. Can't do it. Can't do it. Intercooler. Can't do it. Damn, we got to get closer to that 300, so 288 I think is as close as we are going to get. So 288 it is. But now let's go for some suspension, brakes, pro brakes, get the weight reduction in there, B1. Tires, of course. We're going to step into A class, but that'll be alright. And I think that's good. I think that's good. Let's go paint it. We are going to go with just white. Why not? Let's get out of here. Hopefully we're competitive here. First race is at New York Short Circuit for 4 laps. Let's do it. Alright, starting first. That's a good sign. I may talk a little bit less during the race, but that's just because I really don't know when I'm going to cough. So to save you guys from that, I'm just going to be maybe a little quieter today. But we are driving right away from everyone. Spent quite a bit of money on upgrades, so better be worth it, right? They're still kind of sticking with us. Taking that real wide. White's not a bad color on this. I thought I would be kind of slow still with only 288 horse, but I guess it's doing the job. Weight reduction definitely helped. Probably the tires too. But yeah, my lack of uploads has been due to a nice little cold that snuck up on me, and thought, you know, maybe I could get over it in 2 or 3 days, but I started to feel a lot better, but my voice just was not there, and still isn't really at 100%, but I need to post videos, man, and it's good enough. It doesn't hurt to talk, so that's good. Still, that 350Z is the only one who's really trying to hang on, but not able to do it. Maybe I should have kept it in B class. Maybe. Difficulty is still set to hard. Next race, we'll bump it back down. Put it back down to B class and see if we can't get some better racing here, but I'll take at least one easy win. This thing handles really nice. I can't get over it. Just, I was playing the new Motorsport on controller for one of the first times ever the other day, and that game on controller just, it honestly doesn't even feel as good as this game does to me, personally. Like, this game feels so good. That game, I don't know about it sometimes. But I did check out the new update and did a video on the first featured tour, so next tour has already dropped. I'll probably do a video on that one shortly as well. But I kind of miss playing this game, so I wanted to come in and really grind and get some videos done. We're on the last lap. Kind of just pushing it for no reason there, mostly because we have the time, we got the room. Ooh, that was close. The rear end's a little bit dumped. Wow. Front end looks good. The rear is kind of sagging. Bring it around town one more time. And then back up the straightaway again. We will win this race, but we're going to bump our car back down to the top of B class and see if we can't have a little bit more fun. 21,000 credits. That's pretty good. And we reached level 2. 15% off Club Sport fuel and ignition upgrades. Alright, before we get into race number 2, let's quickly tone this thing down a little bit. I'm a little too good for these drivers, and I don't want it to be boring, so let's back it up. What can I take away here? I'll have to take away the tires. Top of B class, though. Alright, race number 2 is at Road Atlanta. Let's see if we can have some better racing. 3 laps. Alright, starting first again, let's see if we have a little bit more closer racing. Decent launch. Whoa! Okay, these tires don't like the apex, I guess. Strange. That was a terrible line. Oh boy. Just keep it in third. Keep trucking. Whoa, that 350 got real close. Real close. Let's run away now. Took that a little wide, but still not terrible. No lift. Didn't need to. 2 laps to go. We have a nice lead. Just need to not screw up, which is easier said than done. Stop looking back. Just keep looking forward. Just kind of still up here by myself, surprisingly. Whoa. Hey, I'll take it. We're in the same class. Just a little better than you. Not very clean. One more to go. Drove it in real hard. Didn't really need to. Blow-off valve sounds pretty decent. Downshift. I really don't want to, just seeing as I've been only home from work for like an hour. But I switched to a new gym with better hours so that I can kind of have more of an opportunity to go and not feel rushed. So I'm gonna play for a while longer, but I'm gonna have to force myself to leave the house and go back to the gym, which I'm not excited about, but I am at the same time. It's weird. But anyways, that's a win. 20,500 in the bank. All right, race number 3. Oh, that's 4. Race number 3 is at Maple Valley for 3 laps. Let's do it. Let's do it. Good old Maple Valley. Usually doesn't disappoint. Another decent launch. They're kind of banging into each other back there, so I'm just gonna run away. So something I should mention with this playthrough, this is probably the 3rd time I played through this entire game, and usually in those past 2 playthroughs I'm very strict and like I stick to, you know, 2, maybe 3 manufacturers, and I work on leveling up the cars all the way, and I don't really diversify, but specifically on this one, I'm just looking to just kind of drive whatever, just experience new cars. Because I can guarantee you I've never driven this car before this playthrough. And that's also true with a lot of other cars that we've driven, so good opportunity to try different things out, let you guys see different cars, because you don't want to stare at the back of the same car for 60 videos, you know, so I could do that, but that wouldn't be as fun. They're sticking with me. They didn't slow down too much either. 2 to go. So yeah, if you're wondering why I'm hopping around cars so much, and I really haven't even bought any cars besides my first one, that's why. We're just gonna drive whatever I feel like. Even though there's other cars I'd very much rather be driving, but there's going to be a point where we need to buy something, and that's when we will. Something we want. Very nice turn. Sometime before this weekend comes along also, with this new capture card not running off of any drivers or really having any other interference, it's very plug and play, very simple. There's not a whole lot to it software-wise. Going to try it and see how some of these other classic consoles run through it with the HDMI adapters I have. That was one of the biggest things with the Elgato one I had that actually recently just broke in half. Just something with the drivers, something with the Elgato software, and the type of signal that these HDMI adapters were putting out just wasn't meshing well, so it never looked good. It always froze. And I've been recently emulating games, but now that's been causing me trouble as well. And I don't know. I think I should just really go back to play the games on the original hardware. Or at least on a console. Like in this case, it's backwards compatible. I'm not playing this on an original Xbox, but I didn't tell you anything, could you tell? Besides the fact that this game actually does look pretty good right now, running on the 360 through this particular capture card. Down the hill, plenty of room. Don't need to do anything stupid here. Just nice and easy. And that'll be our third win. Very nice. $20,900. No damage. I am almost tempted to bump it down to like a B2 class, but no, I'm not going to do that. We only have one race left. It is the Silverstone circuit for 3 laps. So let's get this one over with and finish off this event. Last race. Let's win this thing. call it a video. I shouldn't be surprised, but these mid-engine MR2s, I believe this is mid-engine, right? Yeah. Very balanced. Very, very balanced. Very nice to drive. Ooh, that backfire, though. Or maybe that's just the sound of cones being hit. Trying to pull away. Maybe it's because it had an exhaust. But that other MR2 we have, the orange one, definitely a lot more backfire, a lot more pops and crackles. You can hear that exhaust more. This one is just kind of whatever. Still there. Two laps to go this time by. I am not excited about the gym, but what I am excited about, besides just playing games, because I love games, is making pork chops and loaded mashed potatoes when I get home from that gym. Cannot wait to eat some good food. Run away. Another thing, if you're that guy who just so happens to be bothered by me saying I have a cold and then going to the gym, the cold is over with. It's just the lingering little cough that sometimes you have after a cold. But I'm very good at covering my mouth and keeping my distance, so don't worry about me. Let's go. One more lap. Oh no. Let's get back on and finish this. Let's not screw the whole thing up. Been racing for 6 minutes. Let's not mess it up now. 6 minutes isn't even that long. What am I complaining about? Really not caring about tires right now. Or the engine, apparently. We will take home a 4th and final win in this series, and we get the low power championship. 19.3 this time, got a little damage. Alright, we have won a 2002 Mazda RX-7 Spirit R. So this is not your base model version. Looks good. Excited to drive this one as well. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please feel free to drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more content. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.